Alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, my break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke. Knock on the door, she at the back, bro. All I really take is a little taste. Island girl, blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe at the getaway. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I got the semi-fold weight. Don't step out the line like this a probate. You hit the line and try to locate. This for the time, got time for no day. Whoa. Too many, I'm going. Too crazy and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit. Good times. Live in the moment, feel like summertime. Assassination, not a world mine. The room is spinning, but I feel fine. Oh my. Chandelier, limousines. Really think I'm seeing things. Read the line in mid-between. Yellow light, I gotta speed up. Get home to a cold shower. Need that pronto. Look like a rave at the condo. Heck of a night in Toronto. She said, boy, you in Morocco. Pearl white mention in the top gold. Fill up my cup with the pot, whoa. High off life in the spot, though. Running at the visa, really talking to a real life Mona Lisa. Jesus pieces hanging off the fleecer. So much going on, it's hard to focus on the features. I got too many, I'm going. Too crazy, and I got bad ones and they ready.
Welcome everybody to Tales from the Lounge. I'm Ron,
And I'm Rhonda.
and we just had our mind blown, so give us just a second.
Yes, I just had my mind completely blown, so I'm a little off right now. Just
So-
give me just a second.
While we recuperate, we're sitting here having tomatin. We're going to have Genesis, DC Genesis cigars, and we're going to talk about Vegas. So, everybody sit tight. Get ready for the fun that we had and why you should go to Big Smoke with us, and we will see you right after this. The one time I wish the intro was a little bit longer, and here we are. So, welcome everybody to Tales from the Lounge. I want to thank everybody for showing up. We've got Larry in already.
Hi,
Wesley's
Larry.
already here.
Hi, Wesley.
And Wesley won the humidor. We have it for him, and he's going to try to show up next week for our last show of the season and pick up that from us live on stage. That's
Well, not on stage really, but just live, like live
all live.
live at the
We're
table.
all live.
Live from the table. Look, live from the table.
That's right. Oh.
Okay, so we are going to smoke this Genesis. This is a collaboration between Luciano and Jamon.
That's
Definition. And you know it's a Definition cigar.
And these are
Because
phenomenal sticks.
they're great
they're
sticks.
just-
And I like his little, I never really noticed the sticker on the back of the band that says, "What's your definition?" I just
Yep.
I never even stopped to look at it. I just open it up and just keep it moving. But this is a great stick. So I had it for the first time, actually. Wait, did I have it?
On the show.
On the show, yeah,
Yep.
on the show. And then I had it again on Sunday. So it's been a while since
And
I
now
had
you're
it.
having it again tonight?
Yeah, so this will be like my third time, and I actually like it. So these need to be definitely in the humidor.
And definitely in the rotation.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this cracked open.
Go right ahead.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, no.
No, take care of you first, baby.
Always,
We know
honey.
how that goes.
Yes, always. You know how that goes. So you guys, I literally just had my mind blown away. Speechless again. So I think you guys heard me say my bestie Vicky, la la la. She's on the show sometimes, and she usually watches on YouTube. Well, she just walked into the lounge.
She should be in Washington
She
right
should
now.
be in Puyallup, Washington, and she just walked.
We both said you're wrong. You
Oh,
shouldn't
my
have done that to
God.
us.
Well,
But
I was
I'm glad
expecting-
she was.
I was expecting her for Christmas, so I knew I was going to see her next month. But I was not expecting her
Tonight.
tonight.
So, Lavonda's also on, and Sean is on. Good
Hi,
to see you
Lavonda.
guys.
Hi, Sean.
And tonight, like I said, tonight we're going to talk about Vegas. We promised you a video. We haven't gotten around to it. I'm going to blame Rhonda. But
Don't blame me, because you are the one that is the master at this stuff. So that
but
is your fault.
But you're the one in charge of scheduling. So
That's still not my fault. Still not my fault.
So
I don't know why I'm
let's
sitting here
start
arguing
off.
with you about this video when I should be lighting up. Look, you're worried about the wrong thing.
All right,
Right
well,
now,
I'm
what's
going to start
important
off.
is this right here.
I'm going to start off with how the trip went. The trip was phenomenal. We had a great time, and because I am such a great and awesome person, getting to the airport was not a problem.
Right, it was not.
It was not, and I'm going to tell you the story in length because we got all the time in the world. Rhonda calls me almost in a panic. When are you going to come get me? When are you going to come get me? When are you going to come get me? And I said, I'm leaving my house at 5. I'll be at your house by 6. We'll be at my office where we were leaving my car by 6:30. We'll get in an Uber, go from my office to the airport. We'll be there by 7. Plane doesn't leave till 9. We'll have plenty of time. So I leave it a little after 5. I get at her house just before 6. We get to my office just at 6:30. We get to the airport at 7:02. We walk up, get our ticketing and our luggage done. walk up to security. There's one couple in front of us, and that's it. That was the smoothest I've ever done an airport run ever.
Well, you also don't ever get on a plane for your damn self and travel.
Oh.
I travel more than you do, so
Yep.
I just kind of know how the airport is
Yep.
and the lines. So, I mean, you just got lucky on your first year. But, you know, you was with me, so, you know, everything was going to go smooth anyway.
We'll run it that way.
No, that's the way it was, you guys. Don't let him fool you.
The plane flight was smooth.
Yeah, it was very smooth.
Had a great flight there. Got to Vegas. Got an Uber to the Rio. Don't go to the Rio.
They're under renovations because a new owner, DreamWorks, took them over. So it used to be a Caesars property, but I can see why they didn't do anything with it because it was a Caesars. They were transitioning. So they're in the middle.
Reservation.
They're in the middle of renovations. So that's the issue. And as you know, it's going to be growing pains because anytime you're renovating a big ass hotel like that, you're not gonna make everybody happy. But it is what it is. We each had our rooms. They were similar, but they weren't upgraded rooms. So mine was an upgraded room. His wasn't an upgraded room. They did
remodeled.
Well,
they weren't remodeled.
Yeah, remodeled. But it was a place to lay our heads. So
that's all.
And let me tell you something. We were not in our rooms very often, or for a long period of time. Only really just to sleep.
This woman tried to kill me. I'm normally in bed by 10, 11, 12 o'clock at the latest. I didn't go to bed before 2 o'clock. 2 nights, I was 4 a.m. getting in bed.
Well, I had already told you, man, this is Vegas. We don't sleep in Vegas. And if you think you're going to sleep, you might as well go ahead and take a nap during the day. But I didn't even give him a chance.
I didn't give him a chance to take a nap.
I didn't even give him a chance to take a nap, you guys. I was like, let's go.
And you missed it, Vic. You missed it.
She missed it this last time, but she will be on the next one.
You got to be on the next one.
But he had a good time. Don't let him fool you, you guys.
I had a phenomenal time.
He had a great time.
Well, you know, and she picked on me the whole trip because the running gag was I've only been to Vegas one time, and that was 32 years ago. And she goes a couple times a year, and she knows everything, and I know nada. So I'm glad you were with me. No, I'm grateful you were with me because if I had been there by myself, hell, I'd have probably wound up in a ditch somewhere with some hooker. Or married.
How about both? He gonna marry the hooker that he met in the ditch. How about that? Hey, Caitlin. She said even she arrives 3 hours early at the airport because she we travel a lot, so you don't. So, but
I take a lot of business travelers going, and I always tell them get there 2 hours early.
Yeah, you do.
But we had a great time, and that was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And so we got there. It was 11 o'clock.
Yeah, by the time we got there.
So we checked into our rooms and did a little unpacking and everything, and we didn't even have time for anything else. We just went to bed, and the next day is when shit started. We got a call from our buddy Scott there in Vegas, and Scott started rattling off places that we should go that were not on our list.
Right.
And I mean, he blew we had a list of 8 cigar lounges we were going to try to hit. He blew the list out of the water right out of the gate.
Yep.
And so the first place we hit was Cigar Box, which is owned by the owner of the Monte Cristo
in Paris.
And
the new one in Paris that they just opened up while we were there.
Yep, and there was 2 other lounges he was owners of there in Vegas. And we had our first cigar there. I had the Cowboy Smoke, which were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. We were there probably, an hour and a half? Maybe 2 hours?
I think 2 hours.
Yeah. They opened at like noon or something. And
they opened at 11.
11. We were there soon after they opened.
No, I think they opened, maybe it was 10.
I don't remember.
But they opened early.
They opened early.
It wasn't at 8 or nothing like that, but I think it was 10.
It's right behind the Rio. Highly recommend this place. It's a very quaint little lounge. They have a little bit of a bar, not a big, huge selection of
Right.
stuff. But if you want a simple drink, or if you want a old fashioned or something like that, you can definitely get that there. And their humidor selection and pricing was on point.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice.
Nice decorations, and we actually got into conversations with several of the people there, and even the owner Mike was even there, and we got to talk to him, and we just had a great time.
Yeah, that was a nice time at that particular place.
And they've got a little reserved area if you need a reserved area, but if you want to take 46 people out there, they got plenty of room to sit, and the only drawback is they close early.
Yes, that's the only. I think they close at 6. They close at 6.
I think they close, or maybe it's 8.
No.
They close 6 and 8. Just check the hours.
Yeah.
They close fairly early because of where they're at, and Mike had the logic behind it because of where they were. People were going home. They weren't stopping at the lounge, but they would come in during the lunchtime and business time. And we saw that. Saw several people working from there, and it was just a great time.
So when my sister goes to Vegas, she's like in bed at 7:30. That's no lie. She go to bed at 7:30. Now there's been a couple times where I had her up late, like because her birthday kind of falls on the time during the time we're there as a big family. So we'll go down to the bar, get her drunk. She don't really drink, so like 3 or 4 drinks and she's mad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
That is
but
hilarious.
she's normally in bed early too.
Now, from there, where did we go?
Shoot. I mean, we had so much I don't even freaking remember. Like I left my list at home, you guys, so I had everything that we did.
Okay.
But we did go to.
Well, let's also go back to breakfast. Where did we go for breakfast?
Oh, we went to this place called Hash House A Go Go. It's in the Rio. It is
Over the top. If you saw my picture,
the chicken and waffles. I told him. I said we're gonna get this chicken and waffles. I said and we're gonna split it. I think he was thinking like I'm not gonna split my food with you. Okay. Wait till you see this chicken and waffles. I said, I think you were thinking I'm not going to split my food with you. When he saw that chicken and waffles come out, because they took a plate to another table, and he was like, yeah, we're splitting that. Even splitting that chicken and waffles, neither one of us could finish it.
Oh no, we could have split it with 2 more people.
Literally, we could have fed 4 people
So
that chicken and waffles.
if you wind up at the Rio at the Hash House A Go Go, which is a good restaurant.
Yes.
Has good breakfast, and Rhonda knows people. That's how often she goes. She sees the hostess, and they recognize each other and start a conversation. Yeah. And then later on, we go back, we meet one of the waitresses, and we're calling her brother to talk to her because the waitress hadn't seen her brother in a while.
Yeah, so we're very because we've been going to Vegas for years, and we always would stay at the Rio. So everybody, we just kind of knew everybody, and I mean, I got the full hookups all the time and stuff. So just kind of knew everybody. It wasn't until just the last 3 years I said, you know what, we stay at the Rio all the time. Let's stay at other Caesar properties. Let's try the other properties because we're always at the Rio. So then we decided to stay at the Paris one year, and then the last 2 times we stayed at the Bally's, but now it's called the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
So we were going to try to stay at Caesars, but Caesars is super, super uberly expensive, and not everybody can in our family or our group, I should say, can really afford to stay there. I mean, because really you're spending all this money on a hotel that you're going to be in just to lay your head.
Exactly.
So, but the Horseshoe was just as nice, and it was just it was fun. It's fun over there too. But the Rio, I would say, if you're going to go to the Rio, give it about a year or 2 before you even go there. Wait till all the renovations are done. It's going to turn out to be a really nice hotel once it's complete.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of things that were closed that I'm used to seeing in the Rio. that are not like there anymore.
And the whole casino itself was just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time there was.
Because the Rio is kind of off the strip. It's not on the strip. It's kind of off the strip, but it's right next to the freeway, so it's easy where you can get to downtown quickly if you want to, and you can get onto the strip. You can get anywhere quickly because it's essentially located. So it's a good spot. It's just that it's under renovation, and so it's just probably not the best place to go at the moment. But it was a good place for us to lay our head at night for what we went there for, because we were really never in our rooms anyway.
No. Then we went to Caesars.
We went to Caesars. That's where we went. We went to Casa
Fuente. And again, a very nice lounge. Decent bar.
Yeah, decent bar.
Had good drinks. Their selection of cigars is mediocre. Pricing's a little off. But if you're sitting at the bar, you smoke your own sticks.
Yeah, but you got to remember, this is what you have to keep in mind about that particular location. It's Arturo Fuentes. It's entire, like he has his own cigars in there. It's catered
Mostly,
to him.
Yeah.
It's catered to him.
But what you do get there is you get specialty cigars that you can't get anywhere else.
Exactly.
You can only get them in the Casa Fuente lounges.
Over there. So that's why it is what it is. So I wouldn't say it's mediocre. I would just say that's just for them. It's
right.
Just, so if
true.
you want specialty sticks that you can't get anywhere else, that's just where you go.
I love the decorations for the place. The bar was phenomenal, and the selection of liquors was, I mean, I was looking at Balvenie 30.
Yeah.
I didn't order any, but they had the Balvenis, they had the Dalmores, they had the Macallans, they had all kinds of.
They had everything.
Great stuff, and we stayed there. Then we went to. Actually, we asked the waitress what was good to eat there.
Oh yes. And she rattled off a couple of places.
She rattled off half dozen places, and then we left. And did we hit Monte Cristo first?
We did.
We did. We hit the Monte Cristo Lounge, and I did not take any photos in there. It was really, really busy.
Yeah.
They were getting kind of packed, and their cigar selection was okay, but their pricing was out the roof.
So you guys have, so a lot of everybody knows about a Fat Bottom Betty's, right? So you know Fat Bottom Betty's maybe what, whether 12 to
at 10 to 12 bucks,
the most, right? A Fat Bottom Betty in there was $30, you guys. I don't even smoke Fat Bottom Betty's, but even if I did, I wouldn't spend $30 on a Fat Bottom Betty.
No, but
absolutely not.
The lounge is nice, and
It
they
is.
have a bar. So grab you a drink, smoke your own cigar, and check out the Monte Cristo Lounge. They have a main area, then they have an outside seating area, which is really, really nice. So, now we get to my favorite story.
Lord, y'all, let him tell you this story, because he done told it to everybody back here at the lounge that asked about how our trip went. And this
those
is
who didn't.
Yes, and even if you didn't ask, he gonna tell you anyway.
So, we're looking for a place to eat after that. We're kind of starving to death. And one of the recommendations was the Pub and Grill by Gordon Ramsay. And we're thinking Pub and Grill, go get a hamburger and fries or whatever. So we get in there, Rhonda goes to the bathroom, and I'm looking at the menu, and no, it's not Pub and Grill food. It's Gordon Ramsay food.
Yeah.
They did have a hamburger on it, but it was $26. And that didn't include fries. So,
because all that stuff was like kind of a la carte. You got to add on.
Exactly. They had, a ribeye. They had a New York strip.
Yeah.
They had other stuff on there. And so Rhonda goes, well, you want to go somewhere else? And I said, no, listen, we had kind of planned on having a big meal somewhere and spending a lot of money. Might as well be Gordon Ramsay, And so we get to looking, and they had a 3-course meal, which included soup and salad.
A soup or a salad, not soup and salad. A soup or a salad.
And then the beef Wellington, and then his signature chocolate toffee
sticky toffee cake, his grandmother's recipe. And that thing was huge.
So we decided we were just going to order that. But we also ordered an appetizer. We got the stuffed artichoke dip.
Yeah.
And instead of being chips, it was seasoned and fried pita chips, and they were phenomenal. I could have made a meal just out of those alone. So, soup and salad comes. She gets the salad. I get the soup. The onion soup
It was good.
it was awesome.
I
It
had
was
the
awesome.
Caesar salad, and it was not, guys, when I tell you, they didn't, honey, they was not giving you a little Caesar salad in a little bowl. They was giving you like a full-ass dinner Caesar salad side.
Yep.
As a side. It was huge, and it was good. They put just the right amount of dressing on it, just the right amount of cheese. I didn't have to,
Croutons, all
croutons,
that.
I didn't have to, normally when I go to a restaurant and I get a Caesar salad, sometimes it comes out kind of dry, and I always have to ask for extra dressing and cheese to doctor it up just because they don't put enough. This was absolutely perfect. It was just the right amount.
And so while we're eating that and everything, the waitress comes by and asks if everything's okay, and we talk about how good everything was, and she mentions that they make everything fresh there in the restaurant,
Right.
including ketchup. You will
Yeah.
not find a bottle of ketchup in the place.
Not at all.
So the Wellington comes out, and Rhonda's like, "That's awfully red." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's a beef Wellington. It's, just barely medium rare the way they cook it, but it was thoroughly cooked." And so I'm eating mine, and Rhonda takes the first bite of hers, and she looks up at me. And I cannot describe the look on her face, but it was enough to make me laugh. And that woman did not say a word for almost 20 minutes. She looked at me with this face, and all I could do was laugh because it was so good. Oh my God, the meat just
Okay,
melted
yeah.
in your mouth.
So I've never had beef Wellington. I've always wanted to try it because I always watch Gordon Ramsay's cooking shows. Master Chef is one of my all-time favorites. And then, when he did the other TV shows where he would go into people's businesses and clean it up and stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yep.
love Gordon Ramsay's. I just love his food, and I like watching his stuff. So a Master Chef, they always have a contestant. There's always a contestant that has to cook beef Wellington, or they always have to cook beef Wellington. So I was like, ooh, this looks so good. I always want to try it. So I got the opportunity to finally try it. And man, it did not disappoint.
And she was almost cussing me when dessert came because the ice cream on top looked so phenomenal.
It was
And
freshly made.
freshly
Y'all, it was
made.
freshly made homemade ice cream.
And-
like literally everything in that restaurant is made from scratch, down to the ice cream.
And I will have to admit, I ate every bit of mine. She ate all the ice cream and half the cake and was cussing herself because she couldn't eat more.
Man, that sticky toffee cake was so damn good. Like, okay, so the entire meal, so you get this is what you get. You get the beef Wellington, soup or salad, and then the sticky toffee cake. So you get those three. And the pricing on that is like $85. And let me just tell you, it is well worth $85.
Every dime. I had no problem signing the check on the bill. Not at all.
It's worth every bit of it.
And
So
then we're finishing up. The waitress comes back. Rhonda stops her for no less than 5 minutes to rave to the waitress and to compliment the chefs. Then asks for the manager, and she talks to the manager no less than 5 minutes, probably closer to 10, about how much she has enjoyed this meal. And to me, all the cigar stuff was great and awesome. That was the highlight of the trip.
it was
It was
so
the highlight of the trip.
good, you guys. It was so stinking good. Anyway, so now I'm all good and stuffed, Now I'm all stuffed. My belly's full. Now I need a drink and a smoke.
So we go to the 8 Cigar Lounge.
Yep. Our buddy Scott picks us up, and then we go to the 8 Cigar Lounge.
Which is in Resort World there at...
Oh, no. Scott doesn't pick us up from there. No, does he pick us up from there?
Yeah, he picked us up from there.
Oh, yeah, he did pick us up from there because, then we went,
And we went to
Yeah.
Resort World.
Yes.
I went to the
8 Cigar Lounge.
Cigar
Yes.
Lounge. And
Yes.
ran into another ICC member.
Yep.
JC was there. And I was like, the hell? He was there for Big Smoke too. It was so great to run into somebody we knew from the lounge.
Yes, it was.
And again, we didn't do this last week, and I want to correct myself. Last week we were at Viso Cigar. Thank you very much for Viso for letting us do the show from there. Tonight we were back at Industrial Cigar Company in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for letting us do our show here. I know it's got to be a pain in the ass for you guys, and yeah, I've told you on a million occasions, if we ever become a problem, just let us know. We'll do something else. But thanks ICC for letting us be here tonight. So.
Absolutely, that's our family.
So then we went to the 8.
Very nice, guys. Very nice place in there. It's super nice. It is a little it's a little dark, but not too dark. But it's worth checking out because it is a very nice lounge. I will say that. And they also have an outside patio that's very nice as well.
Exactly.
We didn't actually go see it because it was kind of cool, so I didn't want to sit out and be freezing. But it is a nice size patio. So definitely in the summertime, if you guys are going to go to Vegas, go check that out. I mean, it's great.
So we're up to Cigar Box, Casa Fuente, Monte Cristo, 8.
Yeah.
So we're at 4 already. Then we go to our 5th cigar lounge.
So our buddy
We're still on Thursday, guys.
So our buddy Scott, like he used to live here in Texas, and he moved to Vegas a couple years back. And every time I go to Vegas, we always connect. We always have such a great time. We always connect. And I know quite a few people out there, some of the other cigar friends of his that I know. So when I come into town, they always make a special trip to come see me.
Yep.
So this time, Scott was kind of pretty much with us most of the trip. Actually, in between working. So
and check out the boardroom on Facebook. He runs that page, and he's such a great guy. I really enjoyed spending a lot of time with him, and I can't thank him enough for chauffeuring us around to some of the great places that he did. But the next place we went to was called Smokes.
Yes.
SMOX.
Yeah. So this is not on the strip, you guys. This is like off the strip, and I want to say Summerlin, but I think I'm wrong about where it's at. But
we'll make Scott correct us later.
Yeah. But it's called Smoke, and it's brand new. So like it literally
it only been open a couple of weeks.
Not even a couple weeks. I think like
a few days.
A few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even a couple weeks. I think it was like a few days. But
they had an awesome selection of
cigars.
They had some great deals on cigars.
They had some fabulous deals on cigars. But let me tell you about this, guys. So this cigar lounge is run by a father and daughter team. She started smoking with her dad, and her dad has been smoking for years and years and years, and so she grew up around it anyway. So, and she's always loved the smell of cigars when her dad was smoking. So her and her dad decided to open a cigar lounge together, and so she runs the cigar lounge with him, and she actually did most of, if not all of the cigar selections that are currently in their lounge now. She did it all. Like she picked all of the cigars, what they wanted to bring in, and everything. It is a beautiful lounge. They also have lockers that you can get. And their lockers are behind a door. That is, oh my God, we didn't take pictures of this though.
I did take it. So here's kind of the explanation. You've got the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you've got the humidor, and then right on the other side of a wall is the lockers. But the deal is, there is an open partition up at the top of the dividing wall going to the humidor. That room has an additional humidification system for that room, and the lockers themselves have a third humidification system. So you're getting the humidor, the room, and the lockers themselves. Yeah. And it was really innovative to see that, and I'm really curious to see how that works on a long-term basis.
Right. But not only that, guys, like when you go into that cigar, like when you go into the locker room, the door itself is really super, super pretty. And it's a La Galera door.
Yep.
And so they have the La Galera etched on it, the whole emblem and everything. It's super, super pretty. It's super pretty. And then when you go in there, it's like La Galera everywhere. Like it's on the lockers and everything. It's super, super pretty. And she was just amazing. She was so sweet.
They were amazing.
She was so sweet. Of course, you know.
You know how she is.
I became her new best
while
friend.
we were there, let's give shout outs to Glenn and Thomas.
Absolutely.
They met. They're friends of Scott's. Were they friends of you?
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
every time I go to Vegas, I always make it a point to go see them when I can. So it's always me and Scott, always Thomas, and it's always Glenn. It's usually the three of us, and there's more other people that would come because we used to have we used to get together at different locations, and all of us get together because I'm in town for such a short period of time, so we just get together and just hang out and smoke. But it's always the three of them that I always see on a regular basis when I go.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, and I had not met those people, and I knew Scott when he was here, but I kind of joked with him. I met him one time, and then he ran off to Vegas.
Yeah.
But it was good to see him again in person. And Glenn and Thomas were just phenomenal. We had such a great time with them. And we closed the place down. They closed at 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then we went to one more lounge. Okay? Now, this is called the Honey Hole. And we're calling it the Honey Hole because we're not allowed to tell where it really is.
Right.
This is Scott and Glenn's and Thomas's
the
secret little honey hole.
It's a secret little gym, really.
Okay. Now this place is not technically a lounge. They don't sell cigars, but they're a bar that has drinks. They also have a little restaurant and a grill, but they also have a big cigar area, and those guys have free run of it. Whoever goes in there has free runs of the air conditioning, the blinds, the fireplace,
the
television, the volume, and if they decide they want to, they just close the doors.
Close the doors. Yeah. So this is like their little chairs. It is. Their chairs are so damn comfortable.
Oh, they were. They were.
So this is like the sixth place we went to.
Yes, and it was like what 1 a.m. by then?
Yes, it's like 1 a.m. And we're still hanging tight. I'm looking over at Ron because I know this one right here be going to bed at 9 o'clock. And I'm looking over at him, making sure he's all right because he's not. He's not used to being up late, you guys. See, I'm a night out. Like I'm up late. Like I will stay out till like 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I don't go to bed. It's like 6 in the morning. But when you're in Vegas, man, you gotta live it up because you're not in Vegas all the time. So you gotta suck it up, Buttercup. Suck it up. Let's get it. But we had a great time. We initially just went in there because he wanted to show us the place, and like literally. This thing is kind of hidden, and it's like hidden in like a residential area. So if you don't really know where you're going, you will not find this place.
So hit Scott Ethier on Eller on Facebook and ask him where the fuck is this place, and can you take me there? Because the only way you'll find it is if he takes you there.
Yeah.
And it's well worth it.
Yeah. So that was
one of my 4 a.m. nights.
Yeah, that was what it's.
Right off the bat, she's trying to kill me.
He had a good time, y'all. Like, look, don't let him fool you guys. He had a great time. He had a smoking great ass time. He did.
So we hit 6 lounges
in one day. Now, mind you, on my list I had 8, and this is only our second day. Like, literally, technically, really, I would call it like first day. Because literally, when we got in, we didn't do anything. We were so damn tired. Oh, we ate when we first got in there, and. At the grill, the American Grill, down there. Don't eat there. It's trash anyway. But the Hash House to Go is really good over there.
Yes.
So
that was Thursday.
Yeah, that was so Thursday we hit like 6 lounges. 6 lounges.
Friday
we went to.
Where did we go to breakfast?
Oh, we went to Blueberry Hill.
Went to Blueberry Hill.
I took him to Blueberry Hill, which is off the strip, but it's a cafe restaurant kind of. But anyway, super good.
Phenomenal breakfast.
Great food. We go there every year. I go there all the time when I'm there.
I gotta get one of those Blueberry Hill mugs.
Yes, and it was. The portions are just everything that you eat over there is like, damn, this is for like 2 people, 3 people. Yeah. So they give you large portions. It's Blueberry Hill. They're all over Las Vegas. Depends on where you're staying, which location you want to go to. But it's called Blueberry Hill. Great food. Great food there. Then we went, so we ate there, and then we went, where did we go after that? Oh, we went to Tap and Ash.
With Tap and Ash.
Went to Tap and Ash. My friend Kevin Nash was,
No.
yes, we did.
Oh, yes.
We went to Tap and Ash. So my friend Kevin Nash, who also lives in Vegas, I met up with him over there. They were actually setting up for a live band to come play. So we weren't able to get into the main lounge at first because they were filming they were doing a live interview with somebody. I don't know who it was, but they were doing a live interview. So he called over there to make sure that we were taken care of. So we got to sit in the private area until he got there until the lounge opened. And then we moved into the public lounge, which is
Tap
also
and Ash
very
is another top-notch cigar lounge.
Very nice.
Check it out because
Seating is great. The chairs
seating
are great.
is great. The cigar selection is awesome.
Yes.
They had DC there.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have Crux?
Yes, they did. They had my crux there.
And so we had cigars there and drinks, and and if you saw the video that I posted where they were doing the smoked old fashioned.
Yes, that was at Tap and Ash.
That was at Tap and Ash.
My girlfriend Clyda, she met me up there. She met us up there, and so she came in. She hung out and smoked with us. She was pretty much with us,
And I hate to admit, I smoked a lot there and had a great time, but most of the time I was editing videos and trying to post as much shit as I could. But it was a great work environment.
Great work environment.
Yeah.
So then after the Tap and Ash, we got another Uber and we went back to the Rio and we got something to eat at Smash Burger.
Yep.
And then we're waiting on our friend Scott to come because at that particular point we were going to this other lounge that just recently opened up in Town Square in Vegas called Triple Crown. And there I met...
Because she's buddies with the owner already. You know, nobody responds to my comments, but if a pretty girl says, "Hey, I like your place," the owner says, "Oh, well, you need to come in."
Anyway.
And John was a phenomenal host.
John was a very phenomenal host.
He was a phenomenal host.
So he basically said, like, him and I were in contact before we left, and we were talking about it. And I said, I'm going to be in Vegas at this particular time for Big Smoke, so I'm going to come and visit your lounge. And it's 3 guys that own it. They're from New York, and this is one of their dreams too.
And John, I love you, but you look like you're in the mob.
Shut up, fool. Anyway, that's my buddy. Don't leave my buddy alone.
He's cool as hell. I love John.
Yes, he is cool as hell. So we went over to the Triple Crown. He told me, he said, just text me when you're on your way. He goes, I have seating already arranged for you guys, so just come on in. So he took very good care of us. They have a very great selection.
And not only did they take good care of us, again, a great cigar selection in the humidor. We met Scott and Thomas and Glenn there. We had a great time. They had some live entertainment, which was really, really good.
Oh, yeah, they had a live entertainment.
Mark, I can't remember his
Mike
last
Alston or Ashton or something like that.
Ashton or something like that. But he's a phenomenal singer, and he did a great job. And we stayed there till... did we close that place too?
No, we didn't.
We didn't?
We didn't close it.
No, we didn't, because after that we went to back to Caesars.
We did not.
All right.
We went to Sahara's.
Yes,
there's
we went to
another.
Sahara.
Okay, so now we are at number. Triple Crown was number 7.
7.
So now we will.
No.
Triple
and Ash was 7.
Yeah, Triple Crown is number 8. So now we've exceeded the 8 cigar lounges that I had. So, and not even the ones that we went to or were on the ones on my list for us to go to. So anyway, so we go to Sahara, and it's many times as I've been in Vegas, and I am a Vegas goer, because when I lived in California, you guys, I used to go to Vegas every 3 months, like clockwork, like every 3 months. Me and my girls, we get in the car, and I drive to Vegas, be there in 3 hours, because it's not that far. I've never been in the Sahara Hotel.
Really?
Never, until recently. So we went. And I want to say, I'm glad I didn't, because I really got to experience the new Sahara. They remodeled that whole entire place. It is beautiful. And when they remodeled that entire place, they created this big lounge, and it's catered to cigar smokers too. So you can smoke in there. They don't sell cigars, but you can sit and smoke your own cigars, and they have a very nice bar. Great liquor selection, great seating.
Had a great DJ.
Had a great DJ, and they also have this private room back there where you can the doors open like this, and there's like a big private room that seats I don't know how many people, but it's a wedding was coming in there. I think it was a wedding.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this place is called the Casbar.
Casbar, yep, in Harris.
The Casbar was phenomenal.
In Harris, I should say.
And it was just easy to get to. You come in the main entrance, and you're just right there. And it was such a great time. And Scott was with us.
It was just the three of us, me, Scott, and you.
No, I think
Glenn came.
Glenn came
after
later.
Yeah, he came later.
But we sat
because he had to go
a
eat.
couple of great cigars, and the cool thing about them is they're open till 2 a.m. or was it 1 a.m.? 2 a.m. And so, but we left before that, and we had such a great time there. The waitresses were on point. The drinks were on point.
Yes.
And if you're gonna smoke your own cigars, great. But if you don't have something decent to drink with it, it kind of takes away from the experience.
Yeah, it does. It's a really cool place to just chill and relax.
The decor was
it's beautiful. Guys, Sahara's has really, I was impressed. So I would say this about Sahara's. So my sister normally stays at Sahara, but because we always do different hotels, so she now stays with where I'm gonna be. Right. So she goes to Sahara all the time, and she always loved it. But now that it's remodeled, I'm not. Caitlin, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you've been there since it has been remodeled, but let me know if you have. But it's a beautiful. I would love to stay there. Like I would. It's beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful. So we did that. That was like that's the second night.
Yeah, that's Friday.
That's the second night. So Saturday comes around. It's Big Smoke. It's Big Smoke Day because our tickets were for Saturday because the Big Smoke is Friday and Saturday. So we get up and we get up, get ready.
And where did we go to breakfast?
So we went to
Peppercorn.
Peppermill, dude.
Oh, Peppermill.
Peppermill. We had breakfast at Peppermill, which is also a big famous place to go eat breakfast at in Vegas. It's like where all the 1950s
and
the
you know what?
mobsters used to go.
They have their main dining area, but they also have a lounge attached to it. It was phenomenal. And to be honest, the next time I go, I want to hit that lounge.
I go all the time, but I don't understand why you didn't want to go in there. But anyway,
we didn't have time.
Yeah,
I went in there and took pictures, but there was nothing going on at the time.
Well, I mean, it was super early because what I would say about Peppermill is that you get there early because you will be waiting. The food is that great. You will be waiting.
I mean, we showed up about 9:30.
Around 9, and it was perfect timing because
at 10 o'clock the place was packed.
Yeah, it gets packed, you guys, but it's great food.
Like AHA.
It is on level 20 times better than that.
I'm not talking about food, but I'm talking about busyness.
Busyness, yes.
Yes.
But it's super, super good. It's Peppermill. If you've ever been to Vegas and you're a foodie, you've been to Peppermill, so you know what I'm talking about. The food is great. I had the crab cakes for breakfast. Oh my God, it was amazing. Anyway, he gets his regular eggs, bacon, extra bacon, and I don't know, some other mess. But anyway,
there was a picture.
My friend Sherry showed up and she had breakfast with us. And she had a good time. She got the same thing I got. She was like, "Oh, this is amazing." So I think she lives in Vegas too.
Yep. Bring me that bottle, please.
Oh, you see this lush right here, y'all? Anyway, so she shows up and she has breakfast with us. And so we finish eating, and then it's literally right across the street from Resort World. So we just walked, we left her car there.
Yep.
we walked across the street to Resort World. We walked around, took pictures. So I kept saying, if you guys know Vegas, you know that some of the old hotels are no longer there anymore. Like the Stardust. When I used to go, I used to stay. Now I don't stay there anymore because it's like a shit show, the shithole. But me and my bestie,
How do you really feel about it?
It's a shithole. We used to stay at Circus back in the day when it was decent. when it was decent, because we were always out anyway, so it was a decent hotel. So ironically, that shit's still standing. But the Stardust, we used to walk over to the Stardust is gone. So the Resort World is in the same, it replaced where the Stardust used to be.
Right, and
so they have the Stardust, the old Stardust emblem from outside, inside the hotel. So I was like, oh my God, this is what replaced the Stardust.
Yep.
So I was super, super excited. So Sherry and I took pictures by the emblem of the Stardust. So I was like, the Stardust was a great place to go. We used to eat at the Stardust all the time because they had a great, amazing steakhouse. And I knew the chef over there too at that time.
Yep.
And I always used to get this dessert. It was like a chocolate cake. And this was the best chocolate cake I've ever had. And so one day I was eating this chocolate cake and I was like, oh, my girlfriend's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, this is so good. It's so good. I said, this chocolate cake is better than sex. So it was that damn good. So then the waitress comes by, my girlfriend says, she loves this chocolate cake. She says it's better than sex. And so she went and got the chef. And he came out and I said, hats off to you, man. This chocolate cake is better than sex. And so every time I come, I just call him and I'm in town. We got a seat for you. Even if they were always packed because it was reservation only.
Oh yeah.
So it was always packed. But I can call them at the last minute and say I'm in town, and they would just fit me and her right on in.
And again, this is why I went with her to Vegas.
But anyway, so we went to the Resort World, walked around it. It's really not a big, huge hotel, but it's a nice hotel.
Well, there's 3 hotels.
No, there are 3 hotels that merge into one hotel. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's really phenomenal.
It's really nice. It really is really nice. So if you haven't been to
What's the
Resort,
new one that's going across the street, catty corner from it?
Blue. I want to say Blue something.
Blue Fountain or Foundation or
Blue Fountain sounds familiar. Anyway, it's another one that's going in over across the street from it.
And it's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be really nice
I can't
too.
wait to see that one.
So we walk around, do that. Oh, let me backtrack a little bit.
This is where I get in trouble.
Let me backtrack a little bit, y'all. So this one right here had such a great time at Triple Crown that he leaves his credit card at Triple Crown.
But what's amazing is Rhonda texts John and said, Ron left his credit card there. John says, it's here, I've got it, set to the side, you're golden.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have his personal cell phone number, so I was like, you're so damn lucky that I have his personal cell phone number that I can just text him, hey, he left his credit card. He goes, I got it, don't worry about it. He said, don't worry, it's safe. And it was. So we were killing time because they didn't open until 12. So we were killing time before we had to go back to Triple Crown, and my girlfriend Sherry took us back to Triple Crown to go get his credit card.
And we had another cigar.
We had some drinks. I
chatted with John.
Chatted with him. I had a Bloody Mary. I don't normally drink Bloody Marys, but I was like, I just feel like a Bloody Mary. So we all 3 were drinking Bloody Marys, smoking. Before you knew it, it's like 2 hours later.
Yep.
So now at this point, you guys, I'm hungry and I want some tacos. So we're like, okay, where are we going to get some tacos at?
So we go across the street.
El Gordo
Tacos. We had some phenomenal
tacos. And the way that this works
and
is...
in fact, if Oliver ever watches this show, Oliver, if you don't go to El Gordo, you're just wrong. Some of the options for the tacos there were phenomenal. And to be honest, it was very busy.
Yes.
It was fairly long lines, but they were really quick.
They were quick because, you guys, when you go to El Gordo, if you want chicken tacos, you got to go in the line for chicken tacos. If you want barbacoa tacos, you got to go in the line for barbacoa tacos. If you want steak tacos, you got to go in the line for steak tacos. So whatever you wanted, there was a line for it.
Right.
And they don't sell rice and beans. It's just tacos.
Yep.
So, but that was good. So now that we eat, we're all full and everything. Sherry takes us back to the Rio. And now we're getting ready for a big smoke.
Yes, we are.
Getting ready for big smoke. Super, super duper excited. We get there early because we want to stand in line early because we knew it was going to be a big line. So we get there, we get in line.
And my compliments to the organizers for that.
Yeah.
Because it was really a very painful line
You're right.
/ process that they had. That they were running down the preemptive line, checking everybody's tickets, giving everybody bands right up the front. Then we went in and waited, and we had to wait about 20 minutes until the event actually started.
Right.
But it wasn't a big deal at all.
No, because so there are people already in there. So if you got your ticket and you wanted to go and you wanted to get in an hour earlier, you could, because at that time they were doing like
A VIP.
VIPs. And then also they were doing like the vendors were talking about their sticks and the line and where it came from and the blend and all kind of stuff like that. So if you wanted to get in an hour earlier, it was a different price for the ticket. I wasn't too concerned about that, getting in an hour earlier, because fortunate for us that we have great here at ICC, so they bring in like a lot of the cigar owners and stuff, so we get to learn a lot about it firsthand. So really didn't need all that education because we get this firsthand here at ICC. And in ICC, what I love about ICC is they bring in a lot of the cigar owners, and they sit and they talk to you about how they got started, the plants, where it's from, and why they got started. So we already knew that. So we didn't need all that. So, but we got to walk into the event, just stand in line, and so we got to see like all the booths and stuff right now. So we're planning out our strategy. Mm-hmm.
So there were 35 booths, 36 including Bovita.
Right.
They also had some liquor vendors there.
Right.
But all the cigar vendors were giving away a cigar at the event. So with 35 booths, you at least got 35.
Yeah.
And that's Rhonda's bag. She still hadn't taken anything out of it.
Yeah, but I have a Bovita pack in here. So this is my loot from the event.
Okay.
Just from
the
event.
The advantage for us was we knew the Hogans. We knew Luciano. You knew the vendor from Placencia. We knew the vendor from EP Carrillo.
Wayne.
Mm-hmm. And we also knew, who else? I was thinking there was another.
No, that's it. That's it.
And so they hooked us up with extra cigars because they knew us. But we got to spend some time with Luciano and chat with him. We chatted with the Hogans and had a great time. And I
got another Crux ashtray.
Bite my ass, woman. This woman gets more free shit because she got boobies than I get. I need boobies.
Don't hate. We'll put some fake boobies on.
I'm not hating on the boobies. Come on. I mean.
Don't hate.
But I went up with like.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Out of 35 vendors, I went up with 43 cigars. She went up like 48 and a ashtray. But we just had a great time, and they provided food. They provided alcohol. They provided just drinks, and we had such a great time. Now, be mindful that Big Smoke, if you're just a regular patron, is from 6:30 to 9:30. It's only 3 hours long, and you got all of that time to wander around to all the vendors, get all their free stuff, and then eat and drink and all that other stuff.
Yes, Chris. There was a tatuaje in there. Yes, there was. Absolutely. Hi, John. Chris, what did you say you're smoking? You're smoking a.
John, you need to hit me up with a friend request. I want to send you some information. I want to talk to you on a regular basis. Your Facebook's all locked down. Hit us up. Hit me with a friend request. Hit Rhonda with a friend request. I can't friend you on the on Facebook, so hit us up, and that way you can learn more about more stuff. Chris Coulter's on.
Yes, he is. That's why I was talking to.
Eugene Montgomery is on as well.
He's sitting right there in front of us.
I know. It's all your fault.
Oh,
What?
the bag. I don't know where it just went.
And don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I say they're free cigars. We paid $300, $350 a ticket.
No, I am not giving them away.
No.
No, I am not giving them away.
No. But let me tell you
That
one
was
thing.
last week.
That's it. But let me tell you one thing that we are going to do. We're probably going to pick 10 cigars out of that and do smokes with the two of us. We're going to talk about, we'll smoke those cigars from the show and do special
Grab
videos
the
on those.
humidor because so last week, if you guys missed the show, especially if you didn't get a chance to really see it really great on YouTube, we had a guy on the show. His name is Danny Jackson, and he is the owner of Benchmark Humidors. And we had he showed us a lot of his product, and this was one of them. And this is one of the humidors that he gave us, and we actually raffled off one of these humidors.
And Wesley won.
Yeah, and Wesley won the humidor, and it's super, 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 super nice, and it just opens like this.
Turn it the other way.
Opens like. Can y'all see it? And I have a Bovita pack in it because what you want to do is when you get it, put a Bovita pack in there, leave it in for 5 days, and it's good to go. But
Have you seen this, Josh?
But it literally just close it out like this, and it just snaps.
And that to Josh when you're done.
It's super cool, very handy. I love it.
It's a great travel humidor.
It's a great travel humidor.
Handmade wood.
Yes.
Phenomenal. And this is their entry level. Their steps up are just beautiful, well made.
Yeah.
Lots of quality. And
Great
they're here
cedar.
in McKinney.
Yeah. And they make backpacks, traveling backpacks. They make satchels, and they make luggage bags. Like all great leather.
Exactly. So check out benchmarkhumidors.com for those guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to promote them as much as possible because the quality of this stuff is A+.
Really good.
So that was Saturday. After Big Smoke, the Cigar Lounge 8, which is in Resort World, was going to be packed for the after party. Mm-hmm. So we went up going back to the Kaz Bar.
Yeah, the Kaz Bar in Sahara.
The Kaz Bar was hopping.
It was
jumping. It was a lot of beautiful people out there, a lot of friendly people out there. The DJ was on point.
Yeah.
And we sat there. In fact, Saturday I smoked 5 cigars.
Yeah, you
for
did.
the day.
You did. I remember one of the little girls that came in with her friend. She was talking to the guy that we were sitting there with initially. Well, we weren't really sitting there with him. We just kind of like sat there.
Yep.
And they ended up like dancing with another 2 girls and stuff. And anyway, the one little girl, they told the guy, "Hey, I want to meet her. Do you know her?"
Yep. It was funny.
So I was like, "Okay, I'll meet you. Who are you, little girl?" But all right, we had a good time. It was good. It was great time. So that was another late night for this one right here. You know.
That was the other night I went to bed at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yes.
Now Sunday, we were exhausted. And so I called Rhonda. I said, "What are we doing today?" She goes, "I'm watching Hallmark Channel." So I went to her room to see what she was doing, and I wound up sitting on the bed with her watching Hallmark Channel for most of the day. And Hallmark Channel, right after Halloween, started nothing but Christmas Hallmark stuff.
Everybody know me. I love Christmas. It is my favorite time of the year.
And Hallmark is the second greatest thing in the world.
Right. In fact, I will have my 3rd tree up by tomorrow. I have 3 trees in my house. 3.
And for lunch, I ran down to Smash Burgers, grabbed some burgers, and came back to the room and we ate. And what did we do after that? Did we go somewhere after that?
Scott came and got us again. but I can't remember where we.
Oh no, I do. We went to Whiskey Down because your daughter showed up.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
we wound up going to Whiskey Down. Again, this is not a cigar lounge. It's a bar, but they do allow cigar smokers in there. They have a great bar. They have a little bitty humidor.
Right,
but
go say they have a little bitty humidor with.
and it only had four. It only had four brands in there. With
I didn't even go look, guys, because it was
Yeah.
like, well, it wasn't. I mean, it's a little bitty thing, and and plus it's going to be overly priced anyway. But you're in Vegas, so that's just what you pay for.
and we had a great night there.
Yeah.
With her daughter and her boyfriend, who showed up as well, and Scott. And
Yeah.
I think we left there like 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was my other 4 a.m. night.
Yep. And then we were leaving the
Monday.
next day.
We were leaving the next day.
Yeah. Leaving the next day. So that is our Vegas adventure.
So,
So.
next year, and I will post this on the Tales from Lounge page. Whoever watches and wants to go, let's make a group deal out of it. We'll all go, we'll all meet, we'll hit all these cigar lounges, and we're going to hit some more stuff because we didn't hit everything we had on our list.
Yes.
And some of them, Scott said, they're really not worth going to. Oh, we forgot Davidoff.
Oh, we went to Davidoff.
We went to Davidoff's lounge.
Well, so I've already been there before. Me and my bestie, we went to Davidoff with Scott one time before. So I mean, I already knew about it. They have a nice little selection, but it's strictly all Davidoff stuff. Oh,
But again, it's one of those smoke your own cigar, have a drink,
Yeah.
and they have a great outdoor area.
A great outdoor
It
patio.
was phenomenal. We sat out there, and Scott knew the manager there.
We did that Sunday.
And we did that Sunday.
And then we went to the other one, Whiskey Down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we went to Whiskey Down after
Yeah.
that. So there's a lot of, as much as, smoking in general is a bad thing, there are a lot of cigar-friendly places in Vegas.
Yes.
And a lot of them, you don't have to worry about buying a cigar there, and as long as you're patronizing the bar. And we had such a great time.
We did. Well, you guys, I think we have come to the end of our show. Chris said benchmark our top quality. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are, Chris.
Oh,
yes,
and
they
I don't
are.
know whether it's still up, but if you use TFTL, which is Tales from the Lounge, 15 as a promo code, you will
It's
get 15%
15%
off of the products.
Yeah. I
And
don't
if
know
that
it's still
doesn't
up,
work, let me know, and I'll hit Danny up to turn that link back on
Yeah.
and get that, because that would be a great Christmas gift for anybody who smokes cigars. And like I said, the cool thing is they have a lot of different sizes
Yeah.
and a lot of different formats. But this little entry level right here is about 60, 70 bucks. I mean, it's not, outrageous. The entry level is phenomenally affordable, and I've already started using mine. I love it.
Mine's just now getting seasoned. Also, they do have another one that's a little size bigger than this that has a tray in it. So you just pull the tray out and your cigars are in there.
Yep. And so again,
cool.
hit the benchmark humidors.com website and use that promo code and enjoy your holidays. Now, it's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I wish you and your family a fantastic Thanksgiving. And thank you for joining us on your pre-Thanksgiving night, because I know you could be doing something other than that than watching us. So we appreciate you, we love you, and have a safe Thanksgiving. Because there's still cuckoos out on the road.
And we will see you next week for our last show.
For our last show.
I don't know who we're having on.
We don't have anybody on our last show again because we're supposed to shoot in Burleson. So I'm not sure if we're going to shoot in Burleson. And if we don't, that's okay.
That may be a show we do in December,
Yeah.
but we're not
But nevertheless, if we don't go to Burleson next week, we will definitely be back here at ICC at our family, with our family here at ICC to shoot our last show for the year.
For the year. And catch us in January as we kick back up. I'm going to do a whole bunch more work on the video feed and add a whole bunch more stuff so that you guys have much more enjoyment. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Are we out?
We're out.
Now.